Hi and welcome to my channel. So in less than 48 hours from this moment, unfortunately, all carers and senior carers moving to the UK from overseas, any country overseas, will now officially and formally be banned from bringing any dependents, family members with them to the UK. This is something that is a massive change. I have dreaded this day approaching, and like I say, in less than 48 hours, this will be implemented. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, like hit the subscribe button now so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 prompt UK time. This is more of an impromptu video because I've been going through one-to-one sessions with many of you, answering your questions. Many people are very concerned because they have spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources preparing to move to the UK on a carer visa, and you're asking yourself, what is going to happen now? Is it still worth it? Are they still going to be recruiting? Should I just stop the process? What else is there? What are the alternatives? I completely get all these questions, but I'm going to talk about those people that already have a COS now as well. And by the way, if you're not aware and you need to contact me privately, check the comment section below. You're going to see my contact details. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, so that if you need to talk to me personally, privately about your specific circumstances, then do feel free. Like I've said, to check the comment section. You see my details on there. I've also got a free newsletter where I send information about visa sponsorship opportunities in the UK, career progression opportunities in the UK, apprenticeships, getting into nursing, healthcare jobs, NHS jobs, directly to your inbox. So if you join that newsletter, it's completely free. Then I send that info to you as and when it becomes available. So again, if you check in the comment section, you see a link to join. It won't take you 20 seconds to join. You drop your name and email and you're part of it. So that's what that is really all about. And so I've just done this video really to say that for those of you that already have a COS, because this law is going to come into force in 28 hours from now, if you have a COS, you have to apply for a UK visa before that date, which means the official date is the 11th of March 2024. So it is not when you get your COS. I'm saying this because I have spent the whole of today talking to people who are saying, I've got my COS, I'm planning to apply for my visa next week or in a month's time because I'm looking for my TB certificate. I'm looking for this. I'm waiting for this. Look, if you have a COS today or you have a COS tomorrow, it doesn't matter. It is when you apply for your visa that you beat that deadline. So it is not when you get a COS, because getting a COS doesn't mean anything. When you have a COS, it's valid for 90 days and you have to apply for a UK visa within those 90 days, which means you have the choice not to apply for a visa and nothing's going to happen, or you can apply for a visa within those 90 days if you do want to make use of that COS. So what I'm saying is, and by the way, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section below. What is your situation at the moment? Are you currently in the UK on visa sponsorship as a carer? Are you looking for visa sponsorship jobs in the UK as a carer? What is the situation? Leave that in the comments section below, so that there are also other people right now that are in similar circumstances, and maybe they can share their own experiences as to what they have gone through and all of that. So like I was saying, if you've got a COS, it is about using that COS to apply for the visa before the deadline. Because like I say, there are many people now that I've spoken to today. They're like, hey, Mel, the deadline is tomorrow. I've already got my COS. So does it mean that I'm safe? Can I come with my dependents if I apply for my visa after the 11th of March? If you apply for your visa after the 11th of March, you will not be able to bring dependents to the UK, even if you got your COS before the 11th of March. So it is when you apply for your visa that matters, not when you receive your COS. Like I said, those two things are different. And so what about the scenario where you have applied for your visa and you're still waiting for it to be approved? So if you are in the UK right now or out of the UK and you've already applied for your visa as a carer or senior carer, but that visa has not been approved or not been granted, whatever it is, then you are safe because you applied for your visa before the 11th. So that's what matters. It is when you apply for your visa, not when you get your COS. So there's a lot of confusion. Many people are like, hey, and also, by the way, For somebody who is still waiting for a COS, what about that? Because again, there are thousands of you that are in that circumstance. People are like, hey, Melvis, I've been waiting for my COS since August. By the way, if you're waiting for your COS since August, you probably don't have a job anyway, because you will not be waiting for COS for 6 months, 9 months. It doesn't make any sense. The truth is, you've got no job. What you should be doing is applying for jobs. I'm sorry to say, but that is the reality. Don't sit at home saying, oh, I'm waiting for my COS since August. It does not make any sense. You haven't got any. Go and apply for jobs. But if you are genuinely waiting for a COS and it's not been released, unfortunately, you've got to receive that COS before the 11th of March. And most importantly, you need to apply for your UK visa before the 11th of March for you to kind of escape this particular rule, which means if you receive your COS after the 11th of March, even if you've been waiting since 2023 and you apply for your visa after the 11th of March, you will not be able to bring dependents to the UK, unfortunately. So this is from guidance, obviously, that the Home Office has given on their website. I mean, it is open, it's public, so you can have a look depending on your circumstances. So this particular rule, the only people that are free are people that have applied for their UK visa as a carer or senior carer, and that is occupation code 6145 or 6146. If you have any other code on your COS, you're exempted. You don't have to worry. So it's about checking your COS as well to see what is the occupation code that you have. If it's 6145 or 6146, then I'm sorry, you are going to be affected by this. But if you applied for your visa before the 11th of March, then you are exempted. It doesn't matter when you actually receive your visa, which means if you can apply today, for those of you that have a COS and you haven't applied yet, you need to apply before the deadline. If you apply before the deadline, obviously you're not going to receive your visa before the deadline, but it doesn't matter because it is when you put in your visa application that matters. And this is why applying for visas online is a massive advantage, because no matter where you are in the world, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is put in that application and sit back. And let me give you a tip. This is not a suggestion. If you have a COS today, even if you're missing one document or one certificate and you don't apply for a visa, you're going to lose out big time. But if you're still waiting for one document to be ready and you apply for your visa today, even if your visa is declined in the future and you then appeal and is granted, you're going to be exempted from the rules because you applied before the rules. So what I'm saying is be very, very smart and very strategic, especially those of you that have received a COS. Because the worst case scenario is that you're sat with a COS for a carer job or senior carer job at the moment, and this law is coming in 48 hour time, and you don't apply for a visa. I mean, like I say, I've spent the whole of today talking to colleagues and people that already have a COS, and they're like, hey, Melvis, I'm waiting for my driving license to be ready, or I'm waiting for my TB certificate, I'm waiting for this. You need to apply for your visa before that date. Because let me tell you, you have more to lose having that COS and applying afterwards if you already have it now than if you actually apply today. That's why I thought I should do this quick video just to let you know, because I have realized lots and lots of people are sat at home today with a COS for carer jobs with a code of 6145, 6146. I mean, please put in that application. Don't worry about the requirements, because if anything happens later on, it's easy to sort out. But when this law comes into force, you would have to think of alternative ways to bring your dependents to the UK. Let me tell you, that's going to be way more stressful, way more costly. And in fact, I don't even want to get into the details. There are alternative jobs, obviously, to go for and all of that. But if you've already got a COS now, please make use of it. Don't sit with it at home. You need to make sure that you're applying. If you've got any questions, by the way, about what I've spoken about, leave that in the comment section below. Like I've said, if you need to contact me privately, then obviously do so. But we have less than 48 hours for this to come into force. And that's going to be the 11th of March, which means you can also apply for a visa on the 11th of March, by the way, because the law starts after that date. So once is the 12th, that's it. That's the difference. So you've got till midnight on the 11th. From midnight, obviously, it's going to be the 12th. That's when it comes into force. So if you've already got a COS, I mean, you've got a few hours to be able to make use of it and make sure that, you don't lose out when you're already so fortunate that you've got a COS at the moment. And I really empathize, and I'm so heartbroken for those people that are currently waiting for a COS and have waited for months, and they have now been caught up with this law. I really do hope that hopefully you're going to get your COS, on time to be able to apply. And by the way, congratulations to those of you that have already applied and have already been able to beat this deadline to move to the UK or get your visa before the date. So again, if you've got any questions, any concerns, obviously do leave that in the comment section. If you need to contact me privately, check the comment section below. You're going to see my contact details, and we can have a chat to see what the situation is. Like I say, I've literally spent the whole week and the whole of today going through all of this, and so I thought, maybe there are other people in this situation. I better do a quick video on YouTube so that everybody is aware, because I'm sure that even if this helps one person who applies for their visa within the next 48 hours, then yes, it would have served its purpose. So please share this with your network, with your friends, colleagues, so that they're aware that they've still got time, to be able to make use of this. Or if you get your COS tomorrow, because there's definitely going to be people, apply immediately. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in this video here.